Hey, welcome to my channel. Well, guess what? On Tuesday, May 8th of this week, DJI announced the Phantom 4 Pro 2.0 to the sound of, well, crickets. So yeah, there was pretty much no excitement whatsoever in the drone world, except for a few YouTube reviewers. But honestly, the announcement of this Phantom 4 Pro 2.0 was pretty much expected. A week before the announcement, I was a guest on the Ken Heron Thursday Night Live show, and I had this to say.
And it's good to have competition. It really is, because that'll make DJI want to be better, won't it?
Exactly, and that's why we have some of the drones we have now. That's why you're waiting for the Phantom 5. That if there was competition in the Phantom 5 at that price point with something else on the market, your Phantom 5 would have been delivered a long time ago, last year.
Yeah.
But there's nothing. So what DJI does, they do like all the business corporations, is they sit back and they won't put out a new product because there's no competition, but they'll put out what's considered just a bump product. So they'll take an existing product and they'll bump it up. So that's what we got with the Mavic Platinum.
Right.
So I think everybody's waiting for the Phantom 5 this year. I was as well, but there's no competition for it. I don't think DJI has to move that price point. So I think what we're going to get is a Phantom 4. They'll call it something weird.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happens when there's zero competition in the market for a drone at the price point of the Phantom 4 Pro. What happens is DJI will not release a brand new product. They just bump up an existing product. They've done it before and they'll do it again. But seriously, DJI, we've been waiting for the Phantom 5, a new generation of drone. I don't know, maybe a Phantom 5 Mini or something. But you didn't give us that. You gave us the same Phantom 4 Pro that's been out for a year and a half, and all you did is yanked out the expensive light bridge and put in the OcuSync, and you yanked out the 4 ESC controllers and put in the new ESC controllers that take up much less space, just like on the Mavic Pro Platinum, and you gave us new plastic $10 props that we can all order and not buy the new model and just upgrade our old Phantoms. And you put OcuSync in the controller, obviously, but you changed the plastic on it because some of us aren't that bright and we might mix up the light bridge controller with the OcuSync controller. And to keep the theme going, you use the same theme like on the Mavic Pro controller with the little grill on the front. Put the same grill on the front of the new OcuSync controller. But honestly, DJI, since you made the controllers kind of the same, since they're using OcuSync now and you have the little grill in the front, well, this one gets hot because it's got a display in it, which gets hot. So it needs a fan in it. This doesn't have a display in here. You could have put the display in here. You could have taken this display, DJI, and stuck it in this controller at very little expense. That would have been a cool feature. You could have even changed the color of the drone to make it a different color so we all know, hey, it's a new product, and look, you've got the new Pro OcuSync. You could have even put the long-awaited obstacle sensor on the top, so now we have top, bottom, and all sides. That would have been awesome. But DJI, you didn't do this, so I'm guessing you didn't do this because of two things. First, I'm guessing DJI did this because they do have a separation of consumer hobby-grade drones and professional drones. So all the hobby-grade drones are going to fall into the category of OcuSync and Wi-Fi. And the professional drones are going to have Lightbridge 2. Now, Lightbridge 2 is a bit more expensive hardware-wise than OcuSync. So, you know, they have some savings by turning a Lightbridge into an OcuSync. And the second reason I think they put this out now is because there's a lot of people out there who actually own the DJI headset goggles and have a Mavic Pro. And they've been thinking of buying a Phantom 4 Pro, except the Phantom 4 Pro doesn't have OcuSync, so you have to use a cable if you're going to use the DJI goggles, which isn't that great. So they've been holding off waiting for the Phantom 5. But the Phantom 5 is not coming just yet. So what DJI is doing, saying, hey, we got to sell more of these headset goggles and also appease the people that have the goggles. So let's put out a Phantom 4 Pro with OcuSync now. Now, I should also mention that my personal opinion as to why we don't have a Phantom 5, besides the fact that there's no competition for it, it's also because DJI probably wants to make the Phantom 5 a drone that's pretty cool, but they want to sell it at the same price as the Phantom 4 Pro is right now. So that means if they put a lot of upgraded components in it, change the style, make it a new generation, it's going to really cut into their profit margin. So they're doing sort of like what Apple does. They'll just wait until the cost of technology drops, then they'll include it into their product. They'll have a more acceptable profit margin, and then the product will come out. So should you get excited about the Phantom 4 Pro 2.0? Well, probably not really, but if you do have the DJI goggle headset, well then, yeah, maybe you should be a little bit excited. And if you look on the DJI website, well, you've only got two options of what Phantom 4 you can buy. At one time you had the Phantom 4, then you had the Phantom 4 Pro, then you had the Phantom 4 Advanced, and then you had the Phantom 4 Black Obsidian. Now you only have the Phantom 4 Advanced and the Phantom 4 Pro. If you buy the Advanced, you get a version of Lightbridge, which is version 1, and it's only one frequency. So obviously we'd go for the Phantom 4 Pro 2.0, which has the OcuSync, which is pretty good. All right, so I know somebody's going to put in the comments below, what's the difference between OcuSync and Lightbridge 2? Why would I want OcuSync over Lightbridge, or why would I want Lightbridge 2.0 over OcuSync? Is there really a difference? Well, let me tell you. OcuSync, in my opinion, is pretty cool for what we use because we're just hobbyists for the most part. So OcuSync has the benefit of switching automatically between 3 different frequencies. When it's at close range, it can actually give you a 1080p video signal, which is pretty cool. It's got really low latency, and it uses a different sort of latency system whereby the actual, you know, when you're moving your joysticks, it's almost instantaneous. It's like so quick. And then the latency for sending the telemetry back to your little display to tell you how high it is, how fast it's going, that's really fast too. And then finally, the next latency, which is a little bit longer, is actually the video signal, but it's actually quite acceptable. And of course with OcuSync, some of the benefits some of us have noticed, you can use 2 controllers with OcuSync, and you can even use multiple DJI goggle headsets with one drone, which makes for a great experience if you have somebody else watching the video along with you, which is another reason DJI loves OcuSync, because hey, why just have one pair of DJI headset goggles? Buy a second pair for your wife, your kids. So OcuSync is a really good system. It's really decent for us hobby drone enthusiasts. And anybody who's been flying the Mavic Pro for a while knows that there's next to no interference with OcuSync. You can really go far. You can fly around trees, buildings, and whatnot and get next to no interference. It's really, really a solid system. So if OcuSync is so good, then what's the big deal with Lightbridge 2.0? Well, Lightbridge 2.0 is a technology that's in the Inspire 2. The Phantom 4 Pro that we have, like the one sitting over here, that has Lightbridge, pretty much Lightbridge 1.5 in it. It's not Lightbridge 2.0. So Lightbridge 2.0 has a lot of the similar characteristics of OcuSync. They're pretty similar in some regards with the interference, the transmission, the low latency, all that good stuff. It's not designed for the DJI goggle headsets, but what it is designed for, which makes it really pro, is that it can compress 2 video streams in one. So if you ever look at an Inspire, you have your big massive camera that you can change the lens on. Well, that sends a nice little video stream to you. And also you have a little camera in the front to see where you're going. And that sends a video stream to you, and both of them come synced together and sent to your one device. Or you can use 2 devices. But the big benefit of Lightbridge 2 is it has the ability to send broadcast quality signal direct from the actual drone. So obviously the commercial benefits are there for live broadcast TV. So if you have a TV news crew out filming something, they don't need that helicopter in the sky anymore. But for us hobby guys, we don't really need that. We usually send our video signal to YouTube Live because that's what's built into the DJI Go 4 app. So let me know in the comments below, what would you prefer, OcuSync or Lightbridge 2.0? I guess it all depends on the needs and what you want to do with your drone. And were you like me, hoping for more in this Phantom 4 Pro release? I knew DJI was going to put something out because they weren't ready to put out the Phantom 5, but I expected more than just what they put out. Let me know in the comments if you're disappointed as well. And with that said, this brings me to the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. And if you're not already a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button because I have weekly videos on drone issues, technology, reviews, and everything in between. So for now, I'll say take care and I'll catch you in the next video.